Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Good morning. I wanted to, just before you get started, I wanted to make sure everybody knows Sam. Sam King is going to be training us today. You can ask lots of questions. Sam's been with the journal for a long, long time. I'm not sure if it's been 15 years or 20. 5, okay. And he actually worked on another team with us, which is the team your guy have now in Macon. What's your guy name, Al?
That guy down there, Al.
He actually worked on our team before. He trained Greg Downs. Greg is one of our top reps that work on our team. Sam actually trained Greg. So you was just so into, a lot of people like, I want to go train with Greg. I want to go train with the person that make the 80 and 95 sales a week. So just so you know, Greg would tell you everything he inherited from Sam. So that's a good thing. And he pretty much, I guess, he developed everything, the tools that Sam gave him into himself. And it's no such thing as I guess it's no such thing as I gotta do it the way he's doing it to make these type of sales. I think you gotta do it with what make you comfortable, because Greg may write sales faster than what you can throw out of a pitch. So we don't know exactly, how it's being done and delivered, but he's making it happen. And Sam is here today to just enlighten you on some more things, some more points, and just some little do's and don'ts. And just think about everything that absorbing in, because we're going to ask you some little product knowledge at the end of this, and you can get some gift cards going from that. So just soak everything in as much as you can. Ask a lot of questions. And if you need to see me one-on-one when it's all done, that's fine. Just make sure you ask a lot of questions and have what you need before you leave here today. And if anything I don't have, just let me know. I'll take plenty of notes and make sure you have it within 24 or 48 hours. Okay, you can go around the room and start your name. Right here is Andrea
Wingfield.
Candace Miller.
Brian Silver.
Yannick Newby.
Joel Snyder.
Tom Brown.
Tom Brown. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're going to start off talking about basic rules. First of all, who all's been out in the field already? Everybody been out in the field?
Yep.
Everybody has? Okay. We're going to talk about some basic rules of engagement. And at the end, when we finish this, if you have any questions, just let me know. In fact, just raise your hand and we can stop in the middle of it and go for it. Anybody know about ABC? Who knows what the acronym is? ABC means in sales.
Always be closing.
Always be closing. That means the whole point of the conversation is for you to be closing. And so that you live like that. I wait for that to stop. Okay, ABC, always be closing. What it means is that the whole point of the sales conversation is for you always to close. So anytime you get a yes or you go ahead and start getting information. The next thing you want to show is
ABC?
ABC, always be closing. The next element that you want to have is natural indifference. Who knows what natural indifference is? Natural indifference.
It's just human knowledge. Human nature to be resistant to something new or something like that. I'm not sure.
A natural indifference is where you're not like, do you want to sign up, right? Yeah. You want to have this calm about yourself where, hey, if you sign up, great. If you don't, great.
Okay.
Because that's one of those small things that the customer can sense that, you're not overly aggressive, you're not overly aspiracious. Yeah, then that's an element that you definitely
What's the last name? Natural what now?
Natural indifference.
Indifference.
You always want to make sure you have a natural indifference. Like imagine you're a millionaire and you're doing this because you just love it. And that's the kind of way you want to be, where it doesn't make or break you. And it's important because it is a commission-only job, and you don't want to give that off to the customer. That's what it is, because then they're going to think that you're trying to get over on them and you'll tell them anything to make the sale. Because the main thing about natural indifference is it builds trust. You want the person to trust you. Okay? Next thing is, give the body language that you want. Mirror the customer. So if the customer's talking real fast and they're in a hurry, then you gotta talk real fast and be in a hurry. If the customer's an elderly person and they're talking real slow, you want to slow your conversation down. You don't want to take your natural self with that. And what that means is you want the customer to smile at you, right? So you're always smiling. When you're talking to them, anytime you tell them a pitch, you want to be smiling with it, nodding your head. Smiling and nodding, those are positive body languages that you want to always show. The next thing you always want to do is you always want to assume the sale at all times. Imagine that God already told you that, hey, this person's going to sign up for the paper that's coming up right here. So you want to already treat every single person you talk to like you already know that they're going to do it, because they'll feed off of that energy. The next thing you want to do is overcome every objection by greeting the customer and move to the next selling point. So for example, if a person tells you, how you doing? What's your favorite part of the paper? And they say, I don't have a favorite part. Say, wonderful. Well, I'm going to tell you what. You like to save money, right? Yeah. Well, this is what we're going to do for you. You go forward. Or if you were to ask them, which day of the week would I get the paper? They say, I don't do the paper at all. Wonderful. And then you like to save money, right? You see, you move forward. You know, every objection they tell you. If they say, I don't like the physical paper, say, okay, well, you have an iPhone, Android, smartphone. We're going to send you the coupons to your phone and the full access to your phone. Always, don't ever go up against them. Anytime they try to give you an objection, roll with it. Because what happens is once you go against them or try to talk them into something, now you're opposing them. Now you're their enemy in their mind. So you always want to be on their side, no matter what they're saying. The other thing you want to do is read, relate, which means ask the questions first. Like if you were asking them, if you were to get the paper any day of the week, which day would you get it? Well, you may ask them, do you already take your Sunday's paper? Or you may ask them, if you were to get the paper any day of the week, which day would you get it? Right? So you ask the question, listen to what they're saying, and then respond in that way. The next thing is, okay, here's question one, and this is something I recommend everybody do because it works for everybody. The first thing you want to do is ask them, what's your favorite, you're going to hold out your newspaper, and you're going to say, take your paper, watch this. Take your paper, it's free. Y'all see what I'm doing? Take your paper, it's free. Not do you want to take the paper, you're giving the command, because you have to be in charge from the beginning. Take your paper, it's free. You're smiling and you're nodding like it's okay. You get it? So you always greet them with a smile, take your paper, it's free. And you almost want to put it in their hand. You don't want to be like, take your paper, it's free, or take your paper, it's free, but extend it. Take your paper, it's free. It's almost like a handshake with a paper. And even if they don't take it, and if they do take it, here's the thing. Watch their body language. If they take it and their eyes light up and they're looking at it, you don't know what it is that they like. But they like something. So say, I'm curious about something. What's your favorite part of the paper? Right? Now if they take the paper and they're looking at it, and then they ain't doing none of that, then you ask them, if you were to get the paper any day of the week, which day would you get it? In fact, you leave with the question, take your paper, it's free. They look at it and say, okay, I'm curious about something. What's your favorite part of the paper? And they go, none of it. Okay, well, you like to save money, right? Like to save money, the whole idea of this thing is the Sunday's paper with the coupons. The Sunday's paper has an average of $400 a week in savings and coupons. That's $1,600 a month. So you always ask them, do you like to save money, right? Because everybody likes to save money, right? And when you ask your questions, you're always nodding yes. Like, take your paper, it's free. Oh, I don't want the paper. Okay, well, question for you. You like to save money, right? You're smiling, you're nodding, so you can get the body language you want. They're always going to say yes. And you can lead them to your pitch from there. The next thing is, during your sale, make sure you're doing icebreakers. Like, as you're gathering information from them, like when you ask them what is your zip code, ask them how's your day as you're going. You also may say, oh, you know, I like those shoes. I like that dress. Oh, that's my middle name. Or, what's your first name? Beautiful, right? Anything like that. Or, what's your first name? For a lady, you'd say, what's your first name? Handsome, right? And they'll smile, because you're making them your friend. People sign up for people that they like. They do business with people they like and people they trust. And you're going to need that. The reason you want to do the rapport building and you don't want to just be taking information and keeping it business as usual, because when it gets to that debit or credit card, it's going to be business as usual with you. And they may not give it to you, you see. Especially if they don't know Because 50% of the time, they don't even know that's what you're going to ask for at the end. So as you're getting this information, you're building this rapport. Like if anybody's been out with me at work, you'll notice when I say, what's your first name? It's beautiful, right? They chuckle, they break down, it gets their guard down, you know. Now they're your friend. And now they're willing to possibly sign up with you. And you want them to trust you and you want them to like you, because when it comes to giving their debit card information in a time where people don't always like to give you the credit card information, you need them to trust you of all people. So that's the whole point, is you want to find something that you can compliment them on, or how is your day going? If your computer screen is taking a little time, just say, okay, you coming off work? You know, get to know them a little bit as you're going. Those are icebreakers. The next thing you always want to do is make sure that when they walk up to you, you're putting something in their hand. In fact, like if they say, how you doing? Take your paper, it's free. And they take it. What's your favorite part of the paper? Sunday. Okay, what's your zip code? See, once you ask them a question, take your paper, it's free. Or you may say, if you were to get the paper any day of the week, which day would you get it? As soon as they give you an answer, you ain't had to tell them the price. They want to do it because they answered your question. Okay, what's your zip code? You see what I'm saying? Don't go into telling the whole pitch before. You'll get to it as you go. You honestly don't even know the price up front. Reason why? Is because it depends on the county they're in to tell you the taxes, right? So a lot of times I say, oh, how much is all this going to cost? Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. Well, I'll find out when I find out your taxes. That's how you do that. So you go ahead, and as soon as you get an answer, you go ahead and start putting your sale in automatically. Another thing you want to do is, as they're standing there, curious about something. What's your favorite part of the paper? And they'll say, the sports section. Okay, you know what this is? It's a $5 gift card. Hold this. This is for you to shop with. What's your zip code? You see? And as you're doing your sale, if the energy is still good, keep on getting information and put it in your iPad. Now, if you feel a little opposition, you know, like you're feeling them, what's all this for? Oh, I'm not sure about this, and say, I'll tell you what. Here, hold this for it. This is $1,000 in savings. Make sure you point it out to them. And then you just kind of flip through it, show them some things, let them know about the oil changes, the free ice cream, and just say, and ask them, do you have kids? Okay, this is going to be great. If they're in a relationship, or you can tell they're married, say, here, this is something that's going to get you and your husband and your spouse out of the house. Hold on to that. Flip through that for a minute. Let them flip through that while you're gathering information. What's your zip code? 30238. Okay, where do you live? 80 Esplanade Drive East. What's your first name? What's your email? And while they're looking at this, they're going to see the value of this, and that will help. Sometimes this coupon book will help you close the sale. But you always want to put something in their hand. Plus, what do they have to do if they don't do it? They have to give it back, right? So it kind of holds them there. It's kind of like anchoring them. So here it is. Watch this. Sometimes I'll do this. Curious about something. If you get the paper any day of the week, which day would you get it? Sunday. Wonderful. Hold this. What's your zip code? And I'm getting information. And they're like, what's this for? Oh, that's $5 for you to shop with, because we're here for you to save money. We're going to send the coupons to you so you can save $1,600 a month. And then you just keep going. And you keep on going. But as long as you got something in their hand, once you put something in their hand, see, the paper, that's free, right? So they can take that and keep going. But this and this, it's not. So therefore, once you put something in their hand, it solidifies your conversation lasting a little longer. So that's one of the first things you want to do when you're opening up your conversation with them. Put something in their hand. The next thing, it's always special. All times of the year, special. For example, I'm going to tell you about like what you're doing. When you get to the price, you say, okay, we got a fall special. Back to Christmas, back to school special. This is a summertime special. We have a Christmas sale. We have a Thanksgiving sale. Let me tell you about our Easter special. Like anytime you're getting ready to tell them about the price, whenever that comes in your pitch, well, we're going to do our Easter special for you. Halloween special. Spring special. Senior citizens discount. Because technically, every time we're giving away instant rebates, that's extra on AJC. They don't used to do that. So it's already special anyway. You just got to dress it up to make it. You want to create this thing called fear of loss. Anybody know what fear of loss is?
Fear of what?
Fear of loss.
Loss?
FOL, fear of loss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is?
I guess it's you're afraid you're going to lose the sale.
There you go. And it's on their end. They're thinking they're afraid that they're going to lose the deal. Have you ever watched TV before and you've seen how it says, if you order right now, you can get this remarkable item. It's normally $85 for only $42. But if you don't do it right now, you won't do it, right? Or everybody else is doing it. Here's another thing of fear of loss. You like to save money, right? You have those weird people that's going to say, no, really? well, you see why they shopping like coming out with everything? Everybody else is saving money. I know you want to be like them, right? Or I could have swore you would have done it. I mean, you just look like that type of person. So now they feel like, what is that supposed to be? You look like that. The way you carry yourself, I just swore you just saved money. You know, you just look like money. You know, you wanna create this thing where it's like, if they don't do it, they're losing out. They're missing out on something if they don't do it. They're not normal if they don't do it. It's the American way. The economy's hard right now. That's more reason why you do save money. Fear of loss. Okay, another thing, military, if you see somebody coming up in the uniform, let me tell you about our military discount. Because see, people like to feel exclusive. They like to feel like they got an edge on everybody else. They always want to feel like, I'm getting something that they ain't got. I beat you. People are competitive. That's just the way the world is. All right? Student rate, by the way. If they're young, say, okay, I'm going to give you the student discount. Tell you what, at normal price is $18. I'm going to give you a $5 gift card right now. It normally comes with a yearly subscription, but I'm going to give it to you because you're a student. See? And then you may make it ridiculous because if y'all don't know, these coupon books are free. So you can tell them it's usually an either or, but I'm going to give you both. I'm allowed to do that because of that. You see what I'm saying? So you want to always make it seem like every customer, they're special because they want to feel special. And they are special to you because they're paying you. That's how you get your money. Police rate, same thing. Police uniform, you see them coming up there. So the people don't know how to sell them sometimes. They get all nervous, oh, they ain't going to do it. Yeah, they will. Because you got to make them, they already feel like they're special, they're in uniform. And if you make them feel that they're extra special, they're going to go for that. Another thing you want to do, this is post-close information. When you get to your price, you got all your information, and you're getting ready to break down the price at the very end, right? After you got their debit card, okay? Because the way you let them in was with $1.65, 13 weeks. So after you did all that, your post-close, you want to do this. Here's the deal. $19.11 is what they're going to be paying for the paper, typically. So in 2 months' time, that's $38. Because the deal is, you're really, what we're supposed to be selling them on is, you're paying $19.11 today. Your second month is free. Then it's $19.11 again, correct? Okay, so that's $38. That's the whole thing they're signing up for at first. So they're supposed to keep it for that, that third month. That's the whole idea to get you past the chargeback. So what you're telling them is this. Say the normal price is $38. But right now, for you, $19.11, 2 months. And then technically what's going to happen is once they sign up with you, the third month, they get debited again $19.11. So they're still paying $38, right? They're just not paying it all up front. So because of the fact that they're not paying it all up front, that's the whole idea. It's for you to do that. So you say normal price is $38. That's that whole thing where you go in the stores, Black Friday, everybody's running in there on Black Friday. Day after Christmas sale, everybody's running in there to stores, right? It's because they think they're getting something at a discount. Black Friday, no taxes. So if they think they're saving money, they'll spend it. If you tell them, oh, the gas is going to get cut off today, there's no more gas and ethanol, you ain't going to be able to get to work. What happens? They lined up at the pumps. Because it's fear of loss. Nobody wants to feel like they lost something. So they'll actually, it's true, y'all know it is, they'll spend money